Hello, welcome to Hear It From a Huskie. I am joined by Matt Prebble and Cristin Lombardi from our business division. We are here to talk about women in business. So why don't you tell me, why the emphasis on women in business?
So I'd say in the last few years, we've just noticed a trend with our enrollment of female identifying students in our business classes. So I think it was pre-pandemic. We had gotten our rosters, and one of Mr. Purvis's sports and entertainment marketing classes literally had no female students and 26 boys. And then looking at my business incubator rosters as well, I think I maybe had 5 female students out of 2 sections of 26 each.
Wow.
So obviously that's a concern, because we want to make sure that we're being inclusive and providing, safe and conducive spaces for all students. And so this was a really concerning trend. So what we decided to do was try and figure out what we could do to increase that enrollment. So we did some research, and we realized that female identifying students didn't necessarily feel that business was a subject area for them. They thought that it was very much for boys, and it's hard to argue against that when you're looking at the rosters and seeing lots and lots of boys in those classes. So what we did that year was we had a workshop where we had lots of female entrepreneurs and professionals from the area came in to do a 50-minute kind of inspirational session just for female identifying students that we pulled from our business classes. It went really well, got really great feedback. And then the year of the pandemic, when we started that year, we saw an uptick in female identifying enrollment.
Okay.
So we knew that we were doing something right. And then, of course, COVID happened. So we haven't done really much since then. So it came to this year, and it was just time to get started again. So on Halloween, we did an event called Young Women in Business. So, yeah.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit more about that event?
Sure. So basically, we opened it up to any freshman through junior female identifying students. And we made it like a full day workshop. So it was like an in-school field trip. So all the girls came to the makerspace here, and we had guest speakers come in who were females in business, and they kind of shared a bit about their experience, not only being in the professional world of business and what that kind of means, but also their role as a female and how that looks and how they have to show up in meetings. And it was very inspiring for the students. That was the feedback we got. And so they got to see female speakers, and then the whole day they got to work on a project. So they did a marketing project. So one of our speakers was from Kellogg's. And so we thought it was kind of fun, since she worked for Kellogg's, to have them do a marketing pitch for a new cereal. So the whole day they kind of worked on this marketing presentation for a new kids cereal, and it went really well. There were a bunch of female mentors. It was just a very empowering day. Everyone seemed to have such a good time. I had students come tell me that they thought they were going to be a psychology major, but now they want to pick up a minor in business. And we told them about all of our classes, and some of them didn't even know that we offered certain classes in business. And I think what also really helped the students is we had 2 females who are currently seniors in a lot of our business classes come and talk about their experience. And one of the students, Angelina, is one of my students right now in my accounting and investing class. And she explained that she is one of only 3 girls. And that's okay too. So even if female enrollment doesn't go up, we don't want that to deter females from being in a class that's mostly male dominated, because they can still shine. They can still learn all the necessary content they need to know to go and major in business and go down that career path and still feel like they can do it. They can have a seat at the table, even if the whole class isn't female or 50% isn't female. They can still be included, and it's still going to be okay. And I think having a female business teacher as part of the team now is also helpful for them, because they can hopefully identify with me, and it can calm their nerves a little bit. And it's not a male teacher with male students as well.
So if I was interested in learning more about getting involved in the business department, taking some classes, what would I do? What are my next steps?
Sure. So We have our electives fair tomorrow, so we'll have a table at the electives fair. Do you know where that is, Matt?
It's going to be in the student commons area.
Okay.
Is that during the lunch periods?
Yeah,
before and
4
after
through
school?
6.
Okay,
Yeah.
during the lunch periods, 4 through 6. Great.
So we'll be there to talk to you. But if you don't make it to the electives fair, you can come talk to me or Mr. Prebble or any of the other business teachers. And we also would love for you to come and maybe observe a class if you're interested or don't really know what each class is about and you just want to kind of see what we do in there. You can definitely come observe or just shoot us an email.
Yeah, and we have a newly launched website as well. We've got all of our social handles. You're going to be seeing QR codes and stuff all around the place, just trying to give you more access to that information that you need.
That's great. So one last question before we wrap this up. Could you kind of speak to the business world? So as a female identifying woman, student, what is the business world like for women right now?
I think it's better represented than it is at the school. In talking to many of these female entrepreneurs and professionals that have been helping us in all of our programs, they do say that there are more females in their spaces than there are in our classes in the high school. And I can't pull the exact stats, but in my research into all of these trends and then developing these workshops, I do know that at the college level and in the career pathways, there is more of a presence of females and it's growing year on year. So I would say, not to be discouraged and not to assume that the business world is just for men either. Obviously it's been predominantly white, pale and stale, but it is changing. And so I think that it's really important that female identifying students understand that there are plenty of opportunities for them and that the specific skill sets and experiences are of great value and they're really sought after, especially by corporate America. So yeah, I think it's just believing that the opportunities are out there and that we are here to support students pursuing those opportunities.
Well, Cristin, Matt, thank you so much for sharing the amazing opportunities you are providing for our students.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Hear It from a Huskie. Stay tuned for more from our Huskie faculty making an impact.